I just pulled out a couple things that I wanted to hit. First off, we want you to come prepared for all of the team trainings. That sounds super straightforward, but I guess what I would say is definitely read through like the first 32 pages. Cassidy said you could probably read through the whole book really easy, but go ahead and read through the first 32 pages before you do any interest meeting or any of your first meetings, so that you fully know what's required. Okay, just want to hit on after meeting 2, you should know who's on your team, and then meeting, like you'll have collected deposits by then, so you should have a really good gauge of who's on your team. After team meeting 3, you and I'll start the dialogue with you about your team's project or trip's purpose, and that's often sometimes shaped on who's on your team. And then, I think it's in team meeting 2. I just want to highlight this. There's a teaching in there called Common Sense Evangelism, and then another teaching on sharing your testimony. This year, we just really want to elevate the value of preaching the gospel as well as sharing your testimony. So there's going to be, you should build into your schedule when you meet with your teams, probably starting at team meeting 2 or 3, that everyone gets a chance to share their testimony. It's a great time to get to know each other on a deeper level, but then also to be able to communicate what God has done in your life in 5-7 minutes. It's a great witnessing tool. So we want to really elevate just the value of sharing the gospel. Like if you're going to a closed country, it's going to look a little different, but there's always opportunities at the airport or when you're traveling, things like that. And then also something that's new this year is we've been emailing you guys a trip recap when you for the leaders to fill out, for you guys to fill out when you come back. So this year we've just added that we're going to start to ask for, okay, how many salvations did you see? And what we mean by that is your team had a direct result. So not including, let's say, a service, let's say in Northern Ireland, maybe you didn't see salvations on a Sunday morning, but you personally, whether it was as soon as your team left, whether it was in the Jacksonville airport, Greece airport, wherever on the airplane, we want to start tracking and celebrating how many salvations happened on the field. Let's see, you already talked about debrief party. Leader recap, I don't know what that means. Ask for testimonies. I don't know right now. Okay. That's it. Timeline?
Sure, yeah.
Is that good? I think that's it. That was my last thing. Okay, just to give you guys a heads up, this might help clear up too. Like I know a lot of you email Andrea and I. I'm not sure who to email about this. So just to give you like a really brief timeline of kind of Andrea and I's role with planning the mission trips, it does go back and forth a lot. So after this meeting, you'll receive Google Docs from Andrea, and you can email her. She'll have everything in there in this email, but you'll be emailing her with classroom reservations, things like that. Once you have your interest meeting or your first meeting and you start collecting deposits, you're going to want to check in with me, let me know how many people came to the interest meeting, how's it going, how many deposits. You definitely want to let me know sooner than later if you're trying to gather, you're having a hard time gathering people, you're having a hard time gathering interest, because I could be able to help coordinate that, but let me know if you're having a hard time getting deposits in. You'll be getting weekly financial updates from Andrea. Usually airfare is going to be purchased after the 3rd meeting. You and I will start to dialogue on the purpose and project and who's on the team, and we'll usually meet at that time, so I'll meet with you one time before you depart, and then I'll also meet with you after you depart to do our debrief. But in between that, Andrea's going to be getting with you on all the logistics, the black boxes, supplies, airfare finalization, everything like that. And then when you come back off the field, we'll meet and talk over your debrief. I want to just check in with you, see how you're doing, see how the team's doing. We'll go over your leader recap form. We'll talk about any potential leaders on your team. So this is also, I think we forgot to hit this. Okay, do you
I was supposed to, I forgot. Just throughout the process of leading the team, just keep your eye out for the people that are on your team that could be potential leaders, because out of every team, our goal is that we have at least 2 potential leaders so that we can expand. And so Debbie's going to ask for it on the recap and ask about it in the meeting that you guys have. But I just want to encourage you that even, before your team departs, look at the way, say someone stands out to you, start having them maybe lead a portion of a team meeting. Like, hey, can you lead this teaching? Can you lead this? Even share a Devo this week. Like, start putting them in some, without them really knowing it, just start putting them in some positions, see how they do. Maybe a day on the field, you could even say, hey, I think you want to lead today? You want to lead the outreaches today? I mean, just, we're cool. I just want you to know we're cool with that, and we trust your discernment with them. We don't want you to get back and be like, I think so-and-so would be good, because we actually want you to try on the field, like, without them knowing, just give it a try and see. So when you come back, you'd say, you know what, I put them in this position. I think they did great. I think they can handle it. Or maybe with some coaching, they can lead a trip next year. And we just want to be able to expand and constantly grow our leadership base. So we want to encourage you guys to look out for that.
Yeah, that's good. And I'll also ask you in our debrief, like, okay, who's from your recommendation, who's ready to lead like tomorrow, but who's ready to lead maybe down the road and just needs some more coaching? And I'll ask you, well, what exactly do they need? And then we might talk about, okay, maybe they just need to be equipped with a resource. Maybe they're, to get them ready to lead maybe, the following year, but maybe somebody's ready to lead later this fall. So, did you want to talk about local outreach?
Yeah. The last thing, this is my last thing. I just wanted to hit on local outreach real quick. So it's actually a team meeting, and the reason it's a team meeting is because it's important. We really feel that if your team can experience ministry on the front end of a missions trip, that it would be very impactful for your training, but not only that it'll give them an idea of what they can do locally. So when they're on the field and they're thinking like, oh, I really want to serve more, I really want to experience this again, they can remember, oh, we served the homeless that one time, I can get back involved with that. Or we went into Newtown and we worked with the low-income neighborhood and I want to get back involved with that. So we just want to encourage you, it's like a taste of outreach. It's a great experience for your team to have ministry together. And it's a value that, like I said, we want people to experience what they experience globally, we want them to experience locally. So please make that a priority. It can be easy if you're feeling like time crunch to maybe skip over that meeting, and we just want to encourage you not to do that. And to just touch base with Andrea, like a month out or even 2 weeks out about what opportunities there are, so she can connect you with the outreach leader and they can expect that you're bringing your team of 10 or 12 people and they can be ready for you. Sound good?
Yay! Okay. I think that's it, honestly. You guys did great. We're going to do Q&A. If there's any Q&A, I know we do want to, or maybe we could just break, and then if anybody has questions, you can come up to us. I did want to highlight one thing. Write Down Media. Is that what it's called?
Oh, we need that beatbox.
Do you want to come up? Pastor Keith. Welcome, Pastor Keith.